Once upon a time, in a bustling city filled with noise and endless commotion, there lived a little boy. He was only 6 or 7 years old, and he had a mother whose presence was as warm and radiant as the sun itself. Though he was still very young, the boy carried a remarkably tender heart. He loved deeply. He loved his mother and father, and he cherished his brothers and sisters with all the innocence and devotion a child could possess. Then one day, one of life's darkest chapters arrived. His beloved mother was struck by a terrible illness. The pain was severe, and before long, she was taken to the hospital. Suddenly, the home that had once been filled with warmth and light felt cold and empty. The children began to fade like flowers longing for rain. Even their father, a man as steadfast as a mountain, found himself overwhelmed by sorrow and helplessness. Days passed in fear and uncertainty, until the doctors finally returned with an answer. With trembling hearts, the family hurried to the hospital. "Doctor," they asked, "please tell us, how is our son?" The doctor lowered his eyes. His face was heavy with concern. "To be honest," he said softly, "there is little more we can do. What remains now is prayer. Beyond that, she has only a few days left among us." The words struck like thunder. A great sorrow swept through the family, and though the little boy was too young to fully understand what was happening, he could feel the weight of grief pressing upon every corner of his world. For the first time in his life, the world felt frighteningly dark. Day by day, the crushing weight of sorrow and the painful separation from his mother took a heavier toll on the little boy. At first, a deep sadness settled over him. He lost all desire to go to school. He withdrew from his cheerful friends, and the laughter that once brought him joy now felt distant and hollow. The house remained drowned in grief and uncertainty, while the boy lived beneath the constant shadow of his mother's absence. Alas, his tender heart could bear no more. Before long, a terrible pain began to grow in his ears. What started as an ache soon became something far more frightening. The pain worsened until it nearly stole his hearing away. Alarmed and desperate, his family rushed him to a doctor. The doctor examined the boy carefully. Then, with urgency written across his face, he said, "This cannot wait. He needs surgery as soon as possible. If we delay any longer, he will lose his hearing forever." Once again, a wave of anguish swept through the family. On one side, their home had been left in darkness without its sun. On the other, A young flower barely beginning to bloom was slowly withering beneath the weight of separation and sorrow. But the father, who had weathered many storms in life, looked at his son with quiet understanding. "No," he said softly, "this ear does not need surgery." The room fell silent. The problem is not in his ears. He looked into the boy's weary eyes and continued, "This silence was not born from illness. It was born from grief. It was born from a heart that misses someone it loves more than words can never say." The nights dragged on, heavy and bitter. No one knew what tomorrow would bring. Their mother's condition grew worse with each passing hour, and no one in that house could bear the thought of watching their son set forever. So, in their darkest hour, they became one voice. A strange and wondrous night unfolded within the walls of their grieving home. A passionate and deeply moving spiritual gathering came to life. It was a night of shared prayers, a bittersweet sanctuary of tears, faith, and devotion. That night, everyone drifted to sleep amidst quiet sobs and weary sighs, yet carrying within their hearts a newfound, stubborn spark of hope. Early the next morning, a frantic knocking echoed through the house. Startled, they rushed from their beds and opened the door. There stood their neighbor, tears streaming down her face, yet shining with a joy that seemed to come from somewhere beyond this world. Breathless with emotion, she began to speak. "Last night, in my dream, I beheld Muhammad, the prophet of God. He spoke to me. He asked me to come to your home and bring you a message filled with hope." The room fell silent. The prophet said, "Tell them not to worry anymore. Tell them their son will be healed." For a moment, no one spoke. A strange and beautiful feeling swept through the house. For the first time in many days, tears of sorrow mingled with tears of hope. And in hearts that had nearly surrendered to despair, a small light began to shine once again. few days passed before another urgent message arrived from the hospital. The family hurried there at once, their hearts racing with fear and anticipation. "Doctor, what is it?" they asked anxiously. "Please, tell us whatever it is, we are ready to hear it." But this time, the doctor looked utterly astonished. For a moment, he seemed unable to find the right words. Then he looked at the test results once more and said, "These results tell a very different story." He shook his head in disbelief. "It appears that your son has truly found healing. What a beautiful day that became after so many weeks of sorrow, fear, and uncertainty." The family found themselves surrounded by joy once again. Their mother recovered, she returned home, and with her return, life returned as well. The little boy began to blossom once again. The brightness returned to his eyes, the laughter returned to his heart, and even the hearing he had nearly lost slowly came back to him. The world no longer felt dark, the sun was shining again, and the little boy, having witnessed what he knew to be a miracle from God with his own eyes, made a promise to himself that day, a promise he would carry for the rest of his life. He would tell this story wherever he went. He would share it with anyone willing to listen, so that no soul, no matter how lost, broken, or afraid, would ever spend even a single night believing that hope had abandoned them, or that the boundless mercy of God had come to an end.